Hello. Oh, that microphone's not going to do very well there, is it? Hi everyone. Hang on, I'll mute you a sec so you don't have to hear the whining of this microphone being moved. We're going to call it good. I hope. If it stops wobbling and stays off the screen, that'll be good. I don't know when it will stop wobbling though. Hi everyone. How's it going? We're going to play some Civolution. And I'm a couple of minutes early. But yeah, we got a lot to get through. This is a big game. But I'll say, like, SETI was a big game yesterday. Hopefully, this is going to be a little bit quicker of a stream than that. I cross my fingers anyway. But this game, there are potentially many, many, many more options. And it looks like there's a billion things to do. And this is going to be a really heavy, complicated time. Hopefully, the playthrough will show my experience so far, which including like the very first play we had of this back in June with a prototype with Paul Grogan when we went to visit him. We had a learning game of that. It started making sense so quickly for all of the actions, for all of the different moving parts, the phases of around and stuff. It makes sense so quickly. Like, as I think Paul said, like, a lot of the actions work how you think they would work. Hopefully we'll prove that tonight. So, I won't stop playing through it. Hey, it's 8 o'clock by my watch now. Boom, it's playthrough time. Hi everyone that's here. Did Paul find this Paul for anything? I think Paul's been loving this as well. Like, he's had a prototype for a long, long time. We had that one little game when we were there. I think I've played this 5 times now. I relearnt it on Monday night, I think. And yeah, I played it 3 times on Monday night. I played it again yesterday. I played it again today. Hopefully, yeah, this is unlike my pre-Essen scramble for, oh, I've just learnt it and now I've got to stream it. I've played this a few times. I don't know if I'm good at it, but I'm enjoying it. I've said, like, the game isn't similar at all in most ways, other than the fact that it's got a lot of phases and a lot of moving parts, but it's felt a bit to me like when I got Feast for Odin, of just in terms of having this massive array of things that you could do. Just go out into the game, start doing things, start pulling levers, and stuff will happen. It will, like, for everything that you do in this, you'll get a nice little reward and chain into something else. And yeah, so far there's a lot of discovery in all of this stuff. I think the solo bot's really easy in this. SETI, yeah, I think the scanning is less tense with 2 and the solo's like replicating 2. I've only played it solo so far, but yeah, I'd say the main thing for me, like, the scanning is a bit of a thing, but also, like, the length is maybe a little bit much for me for solo. The game is so good apart from that. For, like, all the stuff we're saying at the end of the stream, I love so much about it. The only thing is just a bit, like, I know it was 3.25 hours for the stream. Playing it, how many times have I played it now? Is that 3rd or 4th time? I think that was the 3rd time in the stream. Yeah, it's been well over 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. And, like, I'm a bit slow and ponderous about stuff, but the 40 minutes per player on the box, I don't know what kind of players were timing that, but not me. Like, I wonder, like, could I get it down to 90 minutes? I've got this down to 90 minutes so far. But you could have a quick stream. I've been blathering about everything. Hi everybody that's here. You could support the channel on Patreon if you would like to. It's how I'm able to do this stuff. This is not sponsored. Although, hey, hit me up, Deep Print. I'm good at things. We are building a civilization in this game, but we are also at some kind of technical futuristic institute where we are trying to pass an exam. This is the big final exam, Civolution, where we need to prove that we can come up with the best kind of civilization, that we have the control of our console here, And it kind of explains like the look of a lot of the game. There's kind of greys and blues and stuff. This is our computer console that will control the like civilization we're putting out there and allow us to tweak it and stuff. There are a lot of phases, there are a lot of actions. I'm not going to explain it up front. As I do stuff, I will explain it the usual way. And I think that's, if you are a patron of Paul's, you can see our first game of it when he taught us as we go. I feel like that's the way to go with this. Don't sit there. I know some people really like having it all explained up front, but there's 22 actions that you can do on your turn. That's too much to explain up front. We should get into it. So stuff I have at the start, I've got one each of these cards of different types. I have a card that defined where I get my starting markers. This side of the board is stuff. These are the 18 resources in the game. This is partly like the evolutionary things that I get. I get little dobbers here to... I start off with a dexterity and a vision. My people are particularly good at that. That will come into play for getting cards out, for perhaps getting special abilities. So a card defined what I got there. And a card also defined the starting goal that I got. It let me upgrade one of my actions. So all these actions that we've got on this board, these 22 bits of card, they all have 3 levels of thing. Yeah, I don't want to make this sound daunting, because hopefully we'll see in a minute. It's not at all. But yeah, I have got exploration upgraded. So originally, it would have just done... just revealed these exploration things. Now when I do it, I can reveal more of them and get points for doing it. So I can do extra stuff there, and it's also got a bit of income for me, usually at the end of the round, but sometimes we can do it at extra times. My income thing is I can complete a goal. So that would be quite nice if I could get that. Just left that untucked to show that I got that at the start, because this big dip here, hey, we've got great big player boards, what's with all of this space wasted? This is going to get filled with cards. Maybe not filled, but it's going to have cards in it as we go through the game. These cards, they're going to get paid for, tucked. It's all going to be great. How do we do any of this stuff? There are phases. So first of all, we have the new cards phase. Reveal the top card from the face down event stack and from each face down research stack and place them onto their corresponding stacks. Now for ease of setup, the decks are off screen. These are those face up stacks for each of the decks. We can be doing actions to pick up cards from these discards. We'll get to that. The events, oh, remember which number on the camera you put the events on. The event for this round, we have a big shuffled deck of this. We're only going to see 4. There are 4 eras, 4 rounds in the game. You'll get to do a fair few things in it, but yeah, there's this is going to happen in phase 7 of this round. So, stroke of genius, we know something that's going to happen to the weather, and there's a little weather meter here. It's going to get 1 warmer. So it's going to go from mild, where it always starts, to warm. It's going to affect some things that we get. As it gets too hot or too cold, you start to get penalised, because it's all scary and not good for our people. And so, yeah, I know that it's going to be warm at the end of this round, and I'll get to activate one of my income chips. At the moment I've only got that one, I might get more. It's also going to do some more stuff than that. The civilization that leads on the technology track gains the top face-up invention card, so technology track, brown track, brown card, which at the moment, unless somebody takes one, is this. Gains the top face-up invention card from the research display and installs it immediately for free. Usually that would have some cost, not too big a cost, but it's summer. It only applies if the civilization has the exclusive lead. So I've got to be in the lead of brown. I've got to have the clear lead of it. I do have one of my starting cards. This is pricey, and I was thinking I probably wouldn't be able to put this out early. But one of its effects is go up that brown track 4 times, which is pretty nice. Will I be able to afford that, though? Maybe I should try and make that my focus, but we'll see how that goes. So I have revealed the event. I did all that in setup, revealing one from each stack, but there you go. Just so I knew where they would go on the screen. Then, new goals. Each civilization may gain 1 gold chip from the display. Refill the display afterwards. I'm the first player, so I get first pick. And if I press this... Yeah, that's more of a big zoom out. Yeah, better to tab out then. I'm experimenting with a new camera, if anyone hasn't seen yesterday's stream. So I can have any one of these goals. We do actions to achieve the goals. You either have to have stuff if the numbers are in white, or you need to spend stuff if that number's in red. And this is have 2 of your people in a desert space, in the same desert space, which we're not in at the moment. I can get, like, wood is one of the starting resources-ish. So I could start one of them, get 3 up the prestige track, have 2 composure. Haven't started off with any of that. The easiest to do is going to be wood, I think. So I'm going to grab that. There's a little player aid for the bot, who is Vici. They don't do anything. They don't get cards in that phase. In phase 2, we roll a die to see if they're going to take a gold chip as well, just to keep the display refreshed. They're not going to do anything with these gold chips. So on a 1, 2, or 4, they're going to take one of these chips. If they roll a missing number, or 5 or 6, they don't take anything. All these spaces here you can see with these tiles, they would be available in games with more players. So they didn't take anything. I need to find one of my 3 bags to replenish that display now. Another goal that's going to be available. Have 2 vision. That is something that I'm going to be doing, I think, on my cards. Then, next step is extra find. So we should zoom in on this, because there's a bit of text for this. Each civilization chooses a type of territory where it has at least 1 tribe. Then it chooses one of the 3 types of material that can appear there and gains 1 of it. At the start of the game, and this can be a bit different as well, I have gone with the default map setup, which is have this tile here, and this tile here. Shuffle up the rest of them. These are the starting tiles. In the future, these can have random resources on them. So there's 3 resources for each type of terrain. That's why there's so many of them. So you might not necessarily start with wood and papyrus. But for the purposes of explaining the game easier, getting to places easier, I've gone with this. So basically, we can choose from forest or grassland. And if we go back to my player board, you can see that the types of terrain, I'm in the way a little bit, but the types of terrain, I'm going to move myself out of the way, actually. Pardon me. Whoop. There you go off to the side a bit, mate. The types of terrain mean that we can have wood, wax or oil, papyrus, herbs or gold. Like, as we go down, some things are more valuable if you sell them. There's different reasons you would want these resources, but my starting cards, which also, I should say, come from a starting set. The game is really good at getting you started and stuff. So we've got a bit of an engine, or a bit of an engine laid out, a bit of something to do. I have gone for set 3. I think there are 6 preset hands of cards, and that told me the starting marker card to have and this starting goal card. You can just, you get 2 of each cards in the normal, in the more advanced setup. You get 2 of each, pick them, you get 3 starting marker cards, and then I think there's 1 more than the number of players of the starting chip cards as well. But for this, we have gone with just a set. So, I can gain something from forest or grassland. So I've got a goal that wants me to have a papyrus or a wood, so probably one of them. Ideally, I'd like to be somewhere else. So I'd like to like just have one of them and just get one of these goals done. That's something I was thinking about, actually. But I think it's really important to get that clock out. So I'm in the way still of this bit. Yeah, I'm just going to move this instead of moving me out of the way a bit. There you go. You see these bags on the screen? When we come to sell goods, they'll be worth 1, 2, or 3 money. So I don't care what it is particularly. I'm just going to gain, let's say, oil. It's a level 3 thing. It's going to be worth some more money. Yes, as Skycroft's saying, like, I want to get copper. It's probably going to be expensive. I can go and search for it and try and make it cheaper, or maybe even find it. I might not find it, though. So yeah, I'm going to take that as my extra find. That's phase 3. The bot in phase 3 does nothing. Then we have the action phase where pretty much everything happens now. So we're going to take it in turns to perform actions. How do we do those actions? With dice. You see there is like a row and column to all of this stuff. Each of your modules, the actions on your board, are activated with a pair of dice. So if I want to do some trading, to do some wheeling and dealing, which I kind of do, I need to spend a 4 and a 5 to go and do that. At the start of the game, you've got 6 dice, and they're set to each of the numbers. This is the fate die, the pink die. That'll be used for other stuff later on. Don't worry about that. I need some things in me. I need some reset markers as well. For in a bit. I also have ideas. You're not completely tied to the dice you've rolled. You can adjust dice using ideas, 1 space for each. 6s wrap into 1s. And you've also got focus. You can spend focus at any time, basically as if it was any die. It's up to you. So, one thing I would like... I want to go and get some copper. I want to get that clock out. Do we just go for that? I think I am going to... See, I want this. I want this. Yeah, I am going to start out transporting. So I'm going to use a 5 and a 1. When you transport, this is how you get goods from the board. We'll produce goods in the future. So you get goods from the board into your storage. So it's a little bit inefficient doing it this way, but I want stuff. I've got an idea. You start off the game with one of the resource that's here and one of the resource that's here. So I've got a wood and a papyrus. They don't belong to me yet, but by transporting it, so I can take up to 3 things from the board into my storage. Now we put the tokens here and they become a wood and a papyrus. That's it. As that levels up, you can do more transports in one go. Yeah, you assemble the dual layer boards. They're just big punch boards punching out all these holes, and it comes with stickers to stick it up. And I can't show you this, but it folds up like a book, and you leave all of these tiles inside it. You can't leave the wooden bits. It comes with nice boxes for all the wooden bits, some little cardboard fold-up boxes. So they all go in there. But the tiles stay in here, and you fold it up, and hopefully you open it the right way. There's a big warning on the back of it saying, don't open it. It's going to be a bad time if you open it from this side. But yeah, like it's not a huge thing to set up. It's not a tiny thing either, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to transport. That's my thing. Coming over to the bot's turn. On an action phase, we reveal a card from the bot's deck. And sometimes it will just tell us to do a thing. Sometimes it will ask us to roll a die to do a thing. In this case, we're going to roll a die. I'm going to play on medium difficulty, I think it is. So for eras 1 and 2, the first half of the game, we're going to do the blue side. For eras 3 and 4, we are going to do the red side, the side where it gets more rewards potentially. So I roll the die for this, and it's going to tell me what it's going to do. So roll a 1. This means that the bot is going to get a statue. When it gets a statue, we get one of its markers. That's how we build statues in this game. It goes on this central building ground. There are rules when I try and do this. The bot can just do it. It's going to get points at the end of the round for those for the rest of the game. And that's all we need to worry about right now for the bot. It's done the thing. That's that. Back over to me. I am going to do this planning action here. So I'm going to spend a 3 and a 4 here. And I can either get 2 planning tokens. Planning tokens are just like pretty much anything you gain in this game, or just these markers. I could put 2 planning tokens on any number, and in the future, I can use them as dice of that number. So it's costing me 2 dice to do, but if I'm really focused on, I need loads of 5s all the time and I'm just not rolling them, I could do planning in the future and make sure that I'm going to have 5s, and I still get to roll me dice and stuff to try and do those. The other option is complete a goal right now. I want to complete a goal. I am going to say either of them are just as good. I'm going to say I am going to go for wood. So I spend a wood to complete this goal. And I can put this anywhere on my board. The higher up it goes, the more points it's going to be worth. But there's also a little race to try and fill in this bottom section. So I think I'm going to pop my goal right in here. Maybe we'll do a load of goals. So I'm going to put it in there. I've spent my wood to do it. I've done an action to achieve this goal. When you do a goal, and it was the only goal in that space, you get to upgrade any of your modules. I want to upgrade the achievement module. I really like doing this. It's how you get more dice. It's what I'm going to be doing next, I hope. So the action was just achieve a goal. I've earned 2 points at the end of the game for that as well. Because it's down there. I could have put it further up. But yeah, I do want this bottom bit finished as quickly as possible. Over to the bot. Well, that's not the button I want. Over to the bot. And we need to roll again for their action. In the blue bit, they've rolled a 1. So they are going to go up the culture track. So they've gone one space up here. At the end of the game, this is going to be worth points to them. Actually, a little bit far up to show you the points. Show you this angle here. Each of the tracks is worth a differing amount of points for every step you've gone up it. Other things at the end of the game will be worth points. At the end of each of the eras, each of the rounds, certain things will be worth points as well. These are different every game. 2 of the tiles aren't in the game. It's basically all of these are the possibility. 4 of them will be era bonuses. 3 of them will be end-game bonuses. And 2 won't be in the game. So, yeah, he's earned himself 2 points at the end of the game. He ignores all these track bonuses apart from points ones. He gets the points. So he's gone up that track. And the other bit on his 1 here is he gets rid of the top face-up achievement card, the purple one. So that's gone. And whenever there's nothing in the face-up pile, we reveal a new one. I'm probably not going to get any new cards anytime soon, though. Okay, back to me. So I've got a 2 and a 6 now. I could try and achieve a green card, and I could actually achieve that. I have got that to do. But what I want to do first, I'm going to spend my focus. I want to race to do this before I do my first reset. I'm going to say my focus is a 5 and use my die as a 6 to do the achievement action. Here, you can achieve a purple card. Like all of these in the 6 row is achieve a card of that type. Have the requirements, pay for it, great. But the other option here is gain dice. Now in its level 1 form, I can't pick it out. In its level 1 form, it's get a white or a pink die. If you upgrade it, though, you can have one of each. Now, hopefully these are going to stay mine. So, from the central display, in a 2-player stroke solo game, there's 3 of each in the central display. I get 1 of each there. The white die I just gained, I roll, and it goes onto my board. It's a 4, so I could still do sustenance before I reset. Reset is something that we'll do to get our dice back and get some more stuff. Over to the bot again, though, and the bot will reset as well. That we'll see when it happens. What's it going to do this turn? Roll a die for another thing. For it is going to migrate. I'm making it go fuzzy when I point at it, aren't I? It's going to migrate. There are little reminders for what it does on any of the actions as well. So oh, you can see this card, can't you? So it is going to migrate from territory X to adjacent land territory Y. First of all, though, attention. If there is no territory where it has at least 2 tribes, of at least one is strong. Strong is stood up, of which we all are at the moment. First, it gains someone. So it hasn't got anyone it can move because it needs to have 2 in an area. So it's going to gain 1 first. Its priority requirement for gaining 1 is a territory of the bots where there's at least 1 free encampment. The encampments are what we're stood on. There is 1 free encampment in each of these. We've got 2 choices then. When we have got several choices in the bot game, we roll the die again, and it comes to this decision card here. So I'll roll the die, and it goes to a 1. Can it do it in a forest? If it couldn't, we would go round till it finds a type that we could. If there were 2 forests it could do, we'd roll again, and each type of terrain has a tiny number of these bonfires on it. You'd find the one that corresponds to. As it is, there is only 1 forest, so it is going to get a new person in the forest over here. When you put a person in one of these fire spaces, and it's got a priority as well for when it's getting a new person, it wants to put it in the free fire encampment more than anything, and you'll see why as we go on. Well, why is because it gets points. It's got a point on the board now. It's in the lead. So it gets that, and then it can move. Where does it want to move? So we found where it wants to move from, somewhere it's got 2 tribes, which now is here. Where does it want to move to? somewhere where it's got the fewest tribes. The fewest for it at the moment is 0. It's got a load of different options. So we again turn to the magic terrain card, and it's going to tell us, can it move to a different forest from the forest that it's in? Yes, it can. Now, although it's the same terrain, it's on a different tile, it's a different place. Its priority for leaving is it wants to go from the wilderness first. That's not in an encampment. Then from the fire encampment. It wants to free it up so it can probably use it later. So it is gonna go to the fire encampment on here, get 2 points, so he's on 3. And then when you go into a place for the first time, you reveal the type of good that makes. So we can make wax over here if I come in the future. If you go and discover places, you get a free resource of that type. The bot doesn't do that. So a lot of yapping there, but, you know, there's... I'm explaining things for the first time too. Another thing with the bot's cards, so you see these blue and red bits? When it draws a card, and that makes it have 4 blue and 4 red, we skip its turn and it resets, simulating what I do when I reset. So probably on its next card it's going to do that. We can see more than likely. Hey Claire, how's it going? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the stuff. Yeah, give us a like, everyone. I think it's such a good game. Yeah, exactly that. There's so many actions, so many directions and things you can go. There's so many cards that change things up, but the system ultimately, I feel, is very simple. And you can it's nowhere near, like, I can't remember the weight rating it's got on Board Game Geek at the moment. It's got some quite weighty rating on there, and I don't think it's that complicated at all. I don't say that as, oh, I'm there's a bit of I'm desensitized to stuff because I've been playing games for a good while, but I recognise when things are still heavy. So with a 2 and 4, I could do the sustenance action. So this would get me more food to feed my people with. I've still got ideas, so I could change this. You've always got access to the sleep action. This is get a focus. Remember, that can be used as any die, or get 2 ideas, and they can adjust your dice in the future. It's kind of the, like, I know it gets I've heard a lot of Castles of Burgundy mentioned with this, but it doesn't feel like it's all to me. The Castles of Burgundy-ish thing is you can take the I never want to take this action and get 2 ideas. Like, it's like getting 2 workers in Burgundy. Like, it's got to be done sometimes, but it's you don't want to have to do it. And I've had, like, what is this? So maybe game 6 in total of this, or 7, including the one we played with Paul. In the ones I've had this week of relearning it and playing it solo, I've only had to take this idea action once, the sleep action, and it was sad, but I think that's pretty good going. So yeah, we can adjust this a little bit. We could do procreation, get a new person. I could do an activity instead, try and get up the tracks a bit. I could reset though. As soon, like, you have to have at most 3 dice available here. So I can reset now. Hey Paul, how's it going? It was complicated, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that that weight rating is way overblown. Like, it's I saw, was that post? Was it on Facebook? David Tortzi did an amazing post about, I think it was in the solo forum, about something else. But yeah, about complexity and just kind of the scary look of the game. That, like, I don't think it's as complicated as, like, the aforementioned Feast for Odin. I think it's lighter than that. I think it's way lighter than 4.2. Like, you're getting, like, it's not quite like On Mars, Europa Universalis, although they're like 0.01 apart, and I think that's mad. It is just like, it's early days because hardly anyone's got this game. The weight ratings are a little bit arbitrary on there anyway because they're just a vote from people. And people have different experiences of what they find heavy, right? But yeah, I think that's way too high. Right, what do I want to do? Well, I kind of want to reset. I want to sell my oil and buy a copper and put this clock out, ideally before the end of the round. I could play my green card if I'm willing to use both ideas to make this 4 a 6. That seems a bit much. Yeah, David does have a bit of a skewed view of it, but he was talking about like the way different people see complexity in games. Like there is the scariness factor of a game, there is like the denseness of the rules. There's a load of different bits that like it's all just termed as this weight, but people are like feeling very different things about games. And I think this is one where it's the scariness factor of it's got 18 resources and 22 actions and 8 phases. It's so heavy. I don't think it is heavy. Like I think like it's got a pretty hefty rulebook as well, but it's so good. It's just describing stuff like in a really intuitive order, like things that would seem complicated, but I just don't see it. But Voidfall isn't that complicated. I was thinking actually, tangent. I haven't played Voidfall since the playthrough, which was probably last December, and I loved it so much. It was like my number 2 game of last year. I've been thinking I really want to get that played again. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Essen games are coming about, but yeah, I really want to get back to that. Right, what shall I do? We could explore. I like the idea of that more. Let's do that. So I'm going to spend an idea to turn this 2 into a 1, and we need to do stuff as well. So exploration, I kind of want to do it too, because it's the thing I got upgraded at the start. Ideally, we would have this out before I explore, but that'll be for later. Let's just do it. I'm going to explore. So here you can have a lucky find, which is how you can get resources that you're kind of not entitled to. But I'm going to do the main exploration thing. So out on the board, we've got all of these different areas, these different tiles, but we have these mystery sites everywhere. I can pick a place that I'm in and reveal all of the sites next to it. So there's 2, there's 2. That's all I'm going to get to reveal adjacent. But because I've upgraded this, or had it upgraded for me at the start of the game, I can reveal 1 extra anywhere, and I get 2 points for doing this. So let's have them now for off again. So adjacent, let's say the forest ones. Let's have a look. So we reveal them. These can be bad things as well. The bad things are worth more points though. So building ground, it's worth a point to me. This is where, unsurprisingly, we can build things later on. It's how we can get statues, it's how we can get settlements. They're quite near to this building ground, but you need to have a boat to get access to this one. And the other one is going to be a cave, so no bad things. 1, 2, 3. There are grim wolves that cost you food. There's volcanoes that mean you can't build farms here. There's a glacier that means your people are weakened every now and then. But the cave, when we find another cave, it will be adjacent to wherever that cave is. So I've revealed 2 things, and I can also reveal 1 anywhere. I don't know why I zoomed out for that, for the shock value. I'm going to reveal it over here. Here's a glacier, so that's worth 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably don't want to leave people down there. In the site phase, you have to weaken 1 person in a land adjacent to the glacier, which fortunately is only 1, but there's more glaciers out there, I think. So I explored. We're probably going to see the bot reset now. So yeah, it's got 4 blue, 4 red. That means we don't do this. We just get rid of all of these cards. It doesn't do them, although there's you can play like describes it as like a much harder variant where you play the last action before it resets. We don't actually have to do anything for it to reset. We just move this marker. So the action phase is counted in resets. So we don't quite know how long it's going to be, but you get an idea of when it's running out. Hey, small Fraser. Yeah, 2 building guys. The game I played earlier, there was a land here that was connected to all 3 of these sites, and all 3 of them were building grounds. So suddenly it was like, okay, settlement building time then. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I'm right here next to them. Okay, it comes back to me. I need to reset now, so you can see what a normal reset looks like. You move these markers down. So first thing, you move this marker across 1 space. When it gets down to here for your player count, the next time the starting civilization takes a turn, it's going to be the last action round. So I've moved that marker. Then re-roll all of your white dice. You can choose at this point to re-roll any that you've got left on your board. I've got none left. So I'm going to roll all of these. pop them in their spots to see what we get. I think that's a pretty... Oh, we've got one of everything again. Then... Yep, then you can have this as either an idea, so dice adjustment, or food. I do want to have 2 food. I'm probably going to reset again, though, at some point. I'm going to go for an idea. Okay, and that's your turn, resetting, just like the bot did. So we don't shuffle the bot's deck until it's run out of stuff. So we just carry on drawing cards for it. So this one tells us each of the 3 scoring categories with scoring tiles in the final scoring area. So remember I was saying 3 things down here are worth more points. In this game, they are all tracks. So it's going to go up this track, knowledge, and culture again. Ignores these bonuses, just goes for the points ones. It could be these as well, that it would get more people, or it would migrate, or it would go up on these tracks as well. In this particular game, hasn't done that. Hey, Simon. Hey, Mick. Yeah, I think it's very different to everything. There's a maybe a shadow of Burgundy, but I think it's so different, and like... But it's so good. Like the thing, like I was saying at the very start, in terms of feel of the game, the actual content and gameplay of the game is vastly different. But in terms of the feel of the game, it's made me feel like when I got A Feast for Odin, in terms of being presented with all of these options, with this vast array of things, and just press buttons, do things, the game will spit out these results, and magical things will happen. That's the thing that it feels like to me. The game itself doesn't play like that, although it's got, you know, loads of phases to go through and all of this. But like, I don't know. We'll see if it's got like the lasting power of Feast for Odin, because I've liked that for many years now. But in this kind of new discovery phase still. Oh, Civolution. So exciting. Hey Jeremy, how's it going? Sipping a juice box, watching me. Best way to go. I haven't played New York City. I need to catch up on the City Collection. I'm getting there. I'm kind of starting at the recent... I'll work back. Right. He's done a thing, hasn't he? I am going to do an action then. So maybe we should get working on that card. We're going to get more actions. We're going to get some resets and stuff. But to make sure it gets done, maybe I should do that. I could do another goal. But let's see. If we want to play the brown card, we're going to need a 6 and a 1. If I want to get the copper to do it, I'm going to need a 5 and a 4. Let's go for that. Or we could migrate and try and walk over. There's 2 deserts right here. Either of these could have the copper in them. And then I got to get them back, though. It's just if I discover it, it makes the copper cheaper. Ideally, you want to procreate and then move your people, so you've still got people like in the places where you want them. I think to get stuff out, I'm just going to go for trade. I'm not going to risk it because it might still not be the thing that I want. So trade lets you do a sale and a purchase, and all the information is actually on here. So for a sale, you can sell one thing for, we saw it earlier, didn't we? The bag amount, 1, 2, and 3 based on the row that it's in. I'm going to sell this oil. This is why I took the oil. It sells for 3 money, and I can sell something else if I want to for 2 points. No matter what it is, just get 2 points. I'm not going to do that. Wait till I'm a bit more resource rich for that, and then I can buy something. So, per purchase, any material is 4 money. If it's been developed, so developed means it's been flipped over. Someone's been there, and we can see the resource. If it's been developed, it only costs 2. So that's the advantage of going out there and seeing it. You can produce and transport it and all this. Yeah, as Skycroft's saying, that's time though. That's an action to go over there. It's an action to... You will get one for discovering it, so you don't have to produce it. But it's an action to transport it, then we do all of the stuff. And it might not even be the one that I'm after. There's 3 possibilities where that copper could be. So I'm going to pay 4 because copper hasn't been discovered. Now I've got 2, which is what I need to... have my civilization discover the clock. The first thing that they're getting. They've had wood. That was a goal they achieved. And then they're going to invent timekeeping. The bot continues its march. And what's it going to do? Roll a die, and it's a 5. So it is going to get a mutation. I might not be using the right terms for these things, but bear with me. these are the things at the bottom of my board here that I've got, like the dexterity, the composure, the intelligence, things like that. The bot has a more simplified version of this. It doesn't gain a specific one, it just gets a marker on this generic track. As it gets more, it will refresh things in a display, and these will count for scoring and like era bonuses and stuff. It is in fact this era's bonus, so getting more of these will be worth doing. But in time, hopefully I'll do it. Right, that's all it did. It just got one of them, that's its turn. Back to me. I now have the stuff, so I think before I forget and spend the dice on other things, let's spend a 6 and a 1 to do an invention. So I can either activate one of my income chips, or I could play a brown invention card. I'm going to do it. I'm going to invent the clock. I'm going to pay 2 copper, and this gets tucked into any free slot. We're saying as well, I didn't say this with the goals, as soon as you have defined a column, these are going to end up with all columns. As soon as you've defined a column as a colour, that's it for the rest of the game. Any brown cards you play in the future have to go in that column. I want to fill this bottom bit in, so I'm going to just put it down here, because as soon as you fill this stage 1 with just 4 cards, you get a new income chip and you activate it straight away. So the clock isn't going to do anything long term, but right now it gets me 4 steps up this technology track. So 1, 2, going past this barrier means I can upgrade another module. It has to be that track's colour though. So if you follow the brown 1 here, I can upgrade any of these things. So what would I like to do? We could upgrade exploration again, so I'd get even more points for doing it. Maybe get more lucky finds. Transport more things. If you upgrade the action you're doing, it only upgrades when you do the action again. You get 3 points for the card. Oh, was it 3 points on it as well? Oh yes, the other thing. So I haven't really said about the costs of cards. So these costs are in eras. So in era 1, you only have to pay this leftmost thing. In era 2, you have to pay these 2 things. You can always pay more. So I could choose to pay all of these things in era 1 if I wanted to, for some reason, and had them all somehow, and get a ton of points for doing it. You can't skip phases if you do that, though. For paying this phase, though, because it was quite a hefty cost for the beginning of the game, I get 3 points for doing that. So yeah, thank you. 3 points. And then what do I want to upgrade? Transporting more is going to be nice. Migrating, you could move more spaces. Research, you could get more cards. They're all pretty nice. I think I'm going to go for... Is Invention 2 income chips? Activating them would be quite nice. I've got to get them first, but I like all of this stuff. I am going to go for Invention. So upgrade that to level 2. So it would still just get me an invention card, like complete an invention card. But if I used it to activate income chips, I could do 2 now. If you upgrade it again, it's still only 2 income chips, but you can go for, like, you can either do 2 brown cards in one go, or you can do a brown card with 1 discount. Migration, not yet, maybe later. So yes, that was 2 points up this track. 3, 4. For going past this line, I can either activate 1 of my income chips, or I can get the favour of Agera. Agera, or Stefan Feld, as I think we should be calling him, is kind of the god of this exam, and we can get his favour from time to time. I'm going for that. Basically, there will be times we are called to roll these fate dice, and you will succeed if you have rolled in this range. So at the start of the game, only 1s are successes. Further up this track you get, the more your statues are worth, the better you'll be at fate rolls, and you can lose 1 on this track to save a person from being removed from dying. So that's all of my stuff. I've had my 4 steps, I've invented something good, and I'm surely going to be in the lead on that track for the event. And in Era 3, it's going to pay off being up that track. The bot hasn't got to 4 and 4 yet. We just roll for it, and it's got a 5, so that's going to be get a new person, move a person. So we've seen how that works. Get a new person somewhere there is space where it already is. That could be anywhere at the moment. So roll the dice on the thingy card. Is it in the mountains? No. Grassland? Yes. So it gets a new person in the grassland and is going to get a point for that. So we know grassland is where it's moving from, because it's the only place it's got 2 things. Where's it moving to? It could be desert or swamp. So roll on here, because they're all, it wants to go to places with the fewest. So 5 is hills, no. Desert, yes. There's 2 deserts either side. It wants to go for the desert with 1 bonfire. Okay, this is the little bit that's kind of hard for me to see. Here it is. I spotted it now. So it moves from the fire to the fire. 2 more points, and it is gonna discover salt. Okay, spread out a little bit. That's what it's doing. And it's back to me. I've run out of actions to do. Well, I've run out of things I'd planned. So we could do an activity. We could produce some stuff. I want to get more cards out. I've got ideas. I could get a 6. So I could play my green card or my orange card. I can't do my orange yet. So I only need 1 vision to play this biosonar. That's what I'm leaning towards. I could do some more adjustment and maybe play like my building. Building a theatre costs this cotton. I would like to do that. I started with a cotton. But I think after a reset, I'll go on with that. Yeah, I'm going to play. Let's use an idea to make this 5 or 6. And I'm going to go for mutation. I could either move one of these feature tokens to a different space. Or I can play a green card. I'm going to play biosonar. So the requirements, not a cost, is have 1 vision. Right now, it gives me another Favor of Agera. So we'll succeed on 1s to 3s when we need to roll fate. And in the future, for each site you reveal during exploration, remember we flip those 2 over, get an additional point. That'll be nice as well. Okie doke. Bot. It's getting to the point where it could reset. No, it's got 3 and 3. So this era's scoring category times 1. This era's scoring category is features. So it gets another marker on its track. And it's back to me. Yeah, I've used fixed setup 3. I'm drafting the cards when I play, but I think it's better for... I think it's good for introducing to have like a little engine like given to you. Because I've gone with the starting map setup for this as well. I've had a couple of awful map setups doing it randomly too. Like proper like built into the corner of the board. Yeah, but for showing the game, the sets are way better. For just having like a defined thing, like here's a path just to go through. Right, so I've just got a 3 now, so I'm going to have to reset, aren't I? Yeah. I haven't got any focus, so I am going to move the reset marker, re-roll my white dice. I'll leave that 3. I'm fine with that being there. There's some 5s. 1, 3, 1, 5. What do I want for exploration? A 1 and a 4. Well, with an idea. Do I want a food or an idea? I'll probably get to reset again. Maybe. It's not the end of the world if we don't get the food. I'm going to go for an idea. Okay. Bot. Oh, this is a 2 and 2. So actually, it resets right now. Hopefully, I can be faster than it and get 1 last reset in before the end. We'll see. I've got all my dice back now, though. So, it would be nice to explore again just for all of the extra points. It would be nice... I did want another vision to try and get one of these out. Navigation and cartography both want me to have 2 vision. The theatre we could potentially do. What was that? A 6 and a 4? That's going to take 2 as well because I haven't rolled a 6 or a 4. I do have 2 ideas. I want to complete a goal. What would that be? A 3 and a 4? Because this is kind of taking a card column. There's an action like underneath all of your modules that spend doubles to get 1 of that feature. So I ideally wanted at least a 6. And I want 6 to do these things. I'm next to a building ground, so I could do a building if I get stuff. But no, the sooner I play these cards, like the lower the cost's going to be. It would be nice to get up tracks and upgrade actions too. I just playing the theatre actually could have got me upgrading the achievements. Let's see. Yeah, I'd like to do a goal and get at least another card played. But that's going to take more ideas than I have. Yeah, the card sets have got like, I think there's 6 different card sets you can play with. So they define like the starting hand of cards, your starting resources, and your starting chip here, which gave you this income token, a goal, which was random. And then it upgraded my exploration here. So it's like a nice little thing of these things work together and give you a kind of idea of Start doing these and it will make sense. So to get the theatre out, yeah, you need a 6 and a 4, whereas the Insight, you only need a 6 and a 3 to play. But you're going to need all of this stuff. Yeah, the attribute chips are worth mentioning as well. These are really cool. You need to get to 3 or 4 of an attribute and spend one of them. But they are cool permanent powers, which also go in your display for scoring and stuff. The vision one, whenever you do a reset, get an extra idea. Lovely thing to have. Whenever you install an income chip, get a card. Like, usually you got to do actions to get cards. I could, if I wanted to, I could spend both my ideas getting a vision, and then I could sleep and get ideas, and then I'd have the dice to put me theatre out. I could just say I'm going to do that. But then that's not doing a goal. You need to not only get a card out, you need to get a goal. It'd be good to have stuff out. If I get the vision, I can still do production, I could still do migration. Not massively bothered about either of those things. They're a bit stuck on the roll. I'm going to spend these 2 5s as 6s. I'm going to get a vision, so I could put either of those out. And they're not huge costs for doing the theatre later. Bot has just reset, so it's definitely not going to be doing that now. And it's rolled a 2. Well, I've just knocked it. It was a 2. Oh, it's going up the favour of Agera, so its statues will be worth more points. And it puts a hunting token down. When we do the hunting action, each player can only... not each player, but everybody can only hunt in each section once. So he basically tries to deny me one of the places where we both are, if he can. The leftmost going right is his priority. So the forest... He hunts in the forest. It's the best place to hunt. I'm probably not going to hunt there. I haven't got many people right now. Then it's back to me. So I'm gonna... Are we gonna sleep? I don't want to waste time doing things that I'm not as bothered about. Let's sleep. I'm gonna get 2 ideas. The thing I said that you don't have to do very much. Yeah, I've done it. Bot is gonna go up some tracks, it looks like. 6 means it's gonna go up the prestige track. Then I am going to spend an idea, 3 and a 6, to play some navigation, which is whenever one of your tribes migrates to, relocates to, or crosses through a developed territory, get 3 points. So actually, yeah, some migration might have been good for that. It doesn't do anything right now, but it fills up my rows a bit more as well. Yeah, because if I reset, I'll get 1 more turn afterwards. And in that, I should hopefully be able to plan, and then I'll get an income chip. And I'll be happy with that, I think. He could reset. He's not, though. He's got 4 blue, but only 3 red. That's good for me. The 4th era's scoring category times 1. He gets a... Oh, what are the diamonds? Valuable? No, they're not valuables. What are the diamonds? I can't remember the word. This summit. It's a scoring thing. You get them for all sorts of things on your board. I'm going to rest. So the reset's been triggered. My next turn is the last round. The next time the start of civilization takes a turn. Reroll these dice. What did I want? Oh, I think I've got what I want. I think I want a 3 and a 4 to do some planning. Oh, they're in the wrong place. Then we could also do a card. While they're cheaper, they get more expensive if you don't do them. Prosperity. Oh yeah, the diamonds. The bot resets. It's got 4 and 4. We can't move this track down anymore. I forget it's like a 20-second delay. What time is it? Oh, the downside of using this thing is I've got an hour. I'll speed up. Right, yeah. I want to do some planning. Can I spend a papyrus? Yes. This is the goal column now, so the goals have to go here. They're like half a column each. You can just build your goals up like this if you just want to get to the higher points faster. But I want to complete a row. So this lets me upgrade anything. And yeah, I've seen the value in it now. I'll upgrade migration. Especially because I'm getting the favour of a Gera. That's going to be pretty good. Oh yeah, take the thing as food or an idea. I'm going to have food because it's going to be important for now. And then I have filled this stage in. So I get an income chip and can activate it straight away. So my choice is I can have a money and a money at the end of every round. I can have the option of produce something, get an idea, or get a food. I'm going to go for this one. So there's some risk in this. It is 50-50 on 2 dice. Right, where to put it though? So it goes somewhere, like these income chips, you'll see at the bottom, they are every type it could be. So you've got the 5 types of cards, the attribute chips are a colour as well, and the gold chips are a colour. This can go anywhere. You can start a new one and not define it yet. But if you think, am I going to be getting, this is what I've thought so far, am I going to be getting a million cards? I'm probably not going to repeat these as much as I would like to. I would like to do mutations and things. I haven't really done it that much. But I'm thinking, like, am I going to do a load of inventions? Maybe if I go up that track a load. I'm going to put it there. So I get to activate it straight away. So here you go. Whenever you see this symbol, this means make a fate roll. Roll all of your pink dice, and you are looking for this range to succeed. So a 1 to 3. So it can be risky. I've rolled. There's a 3, there's a 1. You only succeed once. Pick one of them. So I get to go up the brown track, which gives me nothing now. But at the end of the game, that's a point each, and soon I'll get to upgrade another brown thing. I'm the starting player, so that's my last turn. I think I've remembered all the bits. The bot flips this over. Next era's scoring category ×2, which is going to be the blue track. And that's it for actions. So, if I can go back to this angle. Hey! Put it on the brown because you also get a free brown from the event. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm getting a free brown, aren't I? I'll put it on something different. Because I want to fill up that row as well, maybe, and get my scoring. It would help me get my brown column up. Right. Yes, so next phase. Site phase. Have we revealed Gorge of the Grimwolves or Glacier or Mystic Oak? We have revealed a Glacier. So in this case, you would have to weaken tribes that you're next to it. But I've revealed a Glacier that's nowhere near anyone because I've got my telescope. I've scoped that. Don't worry about that, everyone. The bot might end up going there. The bot is not affected by any sites. Grimwolves make you lose food. The Mystic Oak gets you points for having terrain next to it. Then we have the feeding phase. So, feed your tribes. A food per tribe in an enclosure. Two food per tribe if they're in a wilderness. Farms mean you don't have to pay for people, or you have to pay less for them. And if you don't feed them, you weaken them. If they're strong, they go weak. If they're weak, they die. I have 2 food, so I am going to feed both my guys, and then you get a point for each strong tribe. The bot, before it feeds, it first does this, like, +1 of these actions. So if we look on the board, in its starting territories, it started with one of these lying down cylinders. That basically means it can feed 1 person in one of the enclosures in this place. It doesn't actually have to have the food, because it bends the rules. It gets to put 1 of these down now. Its priority is to put it where it's got the fewest. So does it want to put it in the forest or the desert? Roll me die. 2 means it's going to swing all the way around to the desert. Pops this down here. And then we look. This means it can feed 1 in an enclosure, fed. 1 in an enclosure, fed. Fed. Uh-oh. Not fed. So we lie him down. If he doesn't sort this out, which he might not if he expands further, then that person's going to die next round. How many standing tribes has he got? 1, 2, 3. So he's caught up a bit. Back to the phases. So 7 is the event phase. I'll leave it so we can see the card, though. So move the weather indicator and resolve the last effect reached. So we know the weather is going up 1 spot to warm. I can have an income. Oh, so achieve a goal. I could have actually done this now. I could have achieved the goal without doing the action, knowing that that's one of my income chips. That's thinking in 4D though, isn't it? I've only managed 3D right now. We're going to try the tracks again. 3 and a 4 will do me. The 3 is a success. I'm going to move up the brown track, which means I can upgrade a brown-related action. We could make exploration so profitable. Like 4 points and an extra 1 each time. Could make like invention cards even better. Maybe we do want to get a load of brown cards if we can like play multiple in a row. Or maybe you want it so that you could get more cards in one go, or like have more choice of a card at first. That just lets you move more in migration. I think. What if we? Oh, let's get a goal into it rather than achieve. Achieve is the tick. So no, it wouldn't have been a better option. I'm going to go for exploration. Do it. So that was from the weather changing. Then we resolved the event's effect. The civilization that leads on the brown track. There's no need to worry, he didn't go up it at all. Gains the top face-up invention card from the research display, which is glasses. We have invented glasses. So I get this and install it for free. So immediately, get a Favour of Agera. I succeed on 4s now. And I don't have to pay... It saved me basically a copper, and I would have done it in Era 2, so it would have been a copper and a coal. But I just get it. And I have one of these activities that I can do now. So other times we'll activate them. I think weather will activate them. Sometimes cards will let you activate a couple. This activity module lets you activate them. You all start with one, which is spend a money to go up any track. But now I have the option of gain a card. It can be any of the face-up cards in the display, not just the top ones. Do you know what? It kind of makes me want to upgrade this instead and be able to do inventions with a discount. If we're going up the brown track some more, yeah, I'm going to change my mind. Knowing that I was getting that card, I'm going to fully upgrade invention. So if I do inventions in future, they're going to be discounted. And then we get a new brown card. Plough. That's going to get covered up though. Don't even think about that card. That would have been good too. It's going to be covered up before we can get it. So that's resolved that event. Then, going back to this, the bot does not take part in events. It still competes for things, and if it's not as clear-cut as get to the top of a track, there's a thing on one of the bot's cards that tells you how it contributes to those things. Score the era's scoring category. It is number of features, 5 points per feature. The bot has 4 features, so 20 points. I have 3 features, so 15 points. So he's caught right up. Whoever scores the most points in this category becomes the starting civilization. So he'll be the first player next time. Then, income phase. Gain income from your income chips. I can get a goal, and we can do this again. Succeed on 4s to go up this brown track. Yep. Soon get an extra 3 points. Flip. Oh, that's flip one of your things. We'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, big points for getting up to that track. It's kind of getting to the point where not as bothered about going up that track, but they're pretty good. Oh yeah, I can take cards that are covered up, so maybe that would be a good one to get. Get a goal. I've got 2 vision, so let's get a goal that could be easily completed, eh? That's my 2 income chips. Score statues. He has 1 statue that is worth 2 points each. He's only taken the lead. Oh, this goes away because it's been done for this round. Remove all hunting tokens from the continent. Equip empty reset columns with markers. And we go again. So just like before, reveal new cards. That kind of like this plough. If my angle's set up right for you to see the cards, kind of. The plough with a discount. So in Era 2, it's going to cost a wood, which I can get, and an iron ore, which we haven't discovered yet. I can have that as a discount and just pay the wood. I would get to do 2 button things. Whenever you transport grassland materials, you can put them anywhere. So I can just stay producing papyrus, but I could say it's anything if I need other things, which I might. And what's come on here instead needs herbs and brimstone, and I don't have either of them. But the result's huge. Get 4 different features. But it's costly. That's why it's better. I won't go into like all of the things in the others. I'll show you the cards. Have a you can have a pause if you want to have a look at all the different things the cards can do. There are loads in each deck. They do cool, fun things. I love them. Oh, upgrade your activity module. And then we need to see an event card, don't we? So reveal a new one. The event is going to be beginning of winter. The weather's going to go down by 2. Each civilization gains 2 points for each of its territories where it has a farm or a boat. And it produces in each of those territories if possible. Right. Mr. Plow. So, yeah, we revealed the new things. New goals. Oh, I need to replenish when I took that one. Oh, and replenish the income chip. Not that anyone's had one right now. That's spend a copper. There's a bag for each of the chips. Oh, that's achieve a goal. I like that. Get a goal, achieve a goal. It does rely on the goals being completable straight away, but there's something in it. So is he going to take a goal? He's going to take number 4. Have 2 people in the same desert. It doesn't get replenished till I pick. Have 2 composure. 3 on the prestige track. Have a copper. They're all rubbish. Copper could be this or this. Wow, I don't like any of them. I suppose copper, I could buy it if I desperately wanted to. I'm not on a desert to have it as a lucky find, like the extra find. I could go to the desert and maybe get a lucky find. I think copper's the most realistic at the moment. We'll see. Maybe I'll get something that lets me get a load of prestige. Spend an oil. That I could have had as an extra find. Have 2 stamina. That one's not too good. Extra find. So we are still just in forest and grassland. I mean, that goal is there. We want to just have an oil, and maybe I'll just sell it to get the copper. Or we have the wood that the theatre now costs. It's just that I can produce and get the wood. Yeah, I'm going to have oil again. Okay, we are into the action phase, and the bot is going first. So its last card is going to be... Go up some tracks. Number 4 is going to be go up the technology track. And then we need to... We don't discard any of those till it resets. It'll shuffle its deck. Now it's going to need a card. So what do I want to do? So I need a wood to be able to play the theatre. I can achieve that goal. Do you know what? I've got an idea. 3 and an idea is a 4. I am going to do planning. Complete this goal. So that's going to go up here. And I'm going to upgrade the activity thing. So I can do 2 activities, but they have to be different is a downside. But do 2 activities. Upgrading it again, and it can be the same one twice. I can be grabbing cards with that, which is pretty nice. The bot continues. It is going to each of the 3 scoring categories in the final scoring area. So it's going to go up these tracks. And these are good. These are worth a load of points at the end. Okay, now... I kind of want to do those activities, but I haven't really got the numbers for it. I can't really play cards. We could procreate and get another person. We could do an achievement, get more dice. He could start taking them away, but I like that. 6 and a 5. The pink die is nice, but I want the white dice more than anything. Just do more things, have more options. Bot. He's got 4 red, but he's only got 3 blue, so he doesn't reset just yet. That's a 3, and he's going to get a statue and put a hunting token down. Statue is just plonk a guy there, and we know that the hunting token, its priority is where I am, and forest is its first priority, where we both are. Okay, so what have I got left? 6 and a 2. I've got no ideas, so we either reset... or I can mutate. I don't have a green card to play. I'm not massively fussed about moving a feature anywhere. So I think I'm going to do a reset. A bit early. But yeah, your stuff carries over from last round. You don't get a free reset in between rounds. So sometimes you might have to reset as your first thing. So we'll go there, reroll all of these. I think I'll keep the 2 and the 6 there. I'm fine with them. We take the agility into... Oh! Oh, do you know what? Take back, so I won't even look at those dice. That's a great bit of advice. I'd forgotten all about those attribute chips. Yeah, we were talking about if you get 3 vision. I'm thinking, oh, I've only got 2 here. No, if we get 3 vision, I'm doing 6 and a 2 to mutate and move something. We can spend 1 to grab this attribute chip, which is another row. I could make it worth more points, but I'm just going to pop it here to try and fill this thing in. Why not? Whenever I do a reset, which I'm going to do in a min, I get an additional idea. Thank you for reminding me of that. I'd forgotten that we'd even mentioned them. He's probably going to reset now. Yeah, there we go. 5 and 5. So discard all of them. He doesn't do the stuff, and we move that along. I'm also resetting, but now I'll get all of my dice reset, which is another plus of it. So a lot of 5s and a lot of 3s. And I'm going to go for an idea, and we get a bonus idea. Bot is going to be going up some tracks. 5, it's going up the culture track, which is an endgame scoring 1. Oh, we've got loads of possibilities again. So I kind of want to produce, because I need now papyrus and wood to get these things done. I kind of want to do activities, because I will get cards. I kind of want production to be upgraded, actually. Maybe I should have upgraded production. I'm going to... What's the rest of that sentence? What is it to produce? 5 and a 3. I've got loads of them. I'm not going to get to upgrade it first. So she only produced 2 things right now. It'd be nice if he could produce a bit more for me. Oh no, I've got an idea. It's going to cost a lot of ideas. 5 and a 3, we produce. So when you produce, this is how you get your little sticks onto these places. You can produce where you have tribes. I'm going to produce 1 of each. And this bit means if you succeed at a roll, so a 1 to 4 on any of these 3 dice. Come on, don't let me down. Oh, it's let me down. Okay, well that's going to hold things up a little bit. I can use an idea to change these as well. But I needed those ideas to then go and play my blue card, which I need a 6 and a 4. We don't have to play the blue card straight away. It's just I did want to do it. If I succeed, I get to bring 1 straight back. And then I'd have a wood to be able to do stuff. What about a papyrus? What would that need? A 6 and a 5. We could do that with 1 idea. It's not the thing I wanted to play. Oh, it'll still work. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. So I'm going to use an idea to make this 5 a 4. So I can bring back the papyrus straight away. And that's my production action. Bot. Play a new card. Oh, it's nearly at reset time already. 4 means it is going to just migrate. It's got nowhere where it's got 2 people. So where's it going to add a person? A 5 rolled right into all of its things. Can it produce? No, it's not in the hills. It's in the desert. So it puts a new person out in the desert. And then it wants to spread where it hasn't got people. So there's no choice to make. It's going to go into the forest. 2 points for being on the fire there. It reveals oil. It's found where we produce oil. But also it means that if he randomly chooses to put his feeding thing here, that person will die, which will be a plus for us. That's his turn. So then I'm going to use an idea, make this a 6. So with a 6 and a 5, I can play an achievement card, which is going to be cartography. I need to have 2 vision, which we have. I need to spend a papyrus, which I just got. And I'm going to slot this in here. It gives me 2 on the yellow track now, on knowledge, so I can upgrade anything with the yellow on it. And at the end of the game, I get a point for every card and chip in this column. So good. If I get more incoming stuff later, it'll be good to have that in there. I am going to upgrade production. Yeah, 3. That's okay. You could upgrade activity because then you could do the same activity twice. But I'm kind of okay with a different activity now. Yeah, upgrade production. So I produce 3 things and can get one back without the roll. Even though I'm pretty good at the roll, I want to produce more so that I'll have more things lying around to go and do a transport maybe with anyway. That's what I'm thinking. We'd put it on the 3rd level, which... Oh, so it like... Oh, so it'd be worth more points. Otherwise your blue card gets too expensive. Oh yeah, this doesn't get any more expensive, does it? Oh yeah. Like the cartography card doesn't get any more expensive. Good point. Because the theatre had cost me an extra wood. Okay then. Oh, I need to be filling up the attributes as well. This is its new card. It's got 4 and 4, hasn't it? New attribute is wants you to have a lot of brains. It'd be nice to find the 4 vision one. Although it'd be nice to get the 4 vision one come out first, then the 3 vision one, because then you can tick right down. It's resetting over here. Then 2 and a 3. Oh no, I wanted to have that out because I wanted its button thing. Oh well, it's still going to be okay. With a 2 and a 3, I'm going to do 2 different activities because that would have just got me up the purple track a bit. I am going to do this activity and grab a card. It doesn't have to be the top face-up card. I'm going to go for that plough. And that'll let me do activities as well. That'd be good. And then the other one is going to have to be, because it has to be different, spend a money. I do luckily have one left to go up any track. Then purple is endgame scoring. I could potentially be playing like purple cards with a discount if you upgrade that, or like multiple in a row. I could just go up brown again, but that's just getting your points. I'm close in yellow to getting another favour or an income. I'm going to go for purple because we'll hopefully keep going up that with this once I can get it out. Okay, that's the 2 activities. Boom. Bot. This era's scoring category once. That's the blue. Oh, maybe I should be going up the blue track because that's worth 4 points. Fair point. Yeah, I'll choose blue. He's going up blue. He's miles ahead of me. Blue's around scoring, yes. So we've got a 5 and a 3. I can produce again, which I'm tempted to do. I'll definitely be able to bring back the wood that I need for either of these. Yeah. Produce. I produce 3 things and bring 1 straight back. Produce 2 wood and a papyrus. And I'm going to bring the wood straight back. And then I'll reset next time. The resets are running out. He's accelerated that quite a bit. Then a 6 means he's going up the green track. I'm going to have to reset. So I get an idea for me attribute thing anyway. And then... Okay. I don't know why I'm just looking at the numbers. Lay them out. There's a system for you to look at. 4, 5. Okay. Did want a 6. That's a bit unfortunate. So do I want this as food or ideas? If you do sustenance, you'll be able to feed your people. It's not vital that I feed them. I'd like to. Standing him up's a pain as well, if you want to migrate and stuff. Get a food. Okay. That's my reset. Bot is already at 3 and 2. This era's scoring category times 2. Ouch. Then I think we are going to... I think I'm going to do the plough. Use an idea. There's a 6 and a 1. So it's going to cost me a food. I'm going to have a discount of... Oh no, that's going to get too expensive then. And you're going to need hands and things. You're putting it high up. Oh no, yeah. No, brown is here. Yeah, you're going to have to pay 3 things. You can't afford that. Ugh. You need hands. Yeah, I could do planning instead. Might have to with what I've rolled. Well, install theatre. Could you do theatre? Theatre's a 6 and a 4. Yeah, you could do theatre. Oh, you didn't need a wood for that. You could have just done that. It was that. I can do that later and just pay, can't I? Yeah, we'll stick with the plan. We'll do 6 and a 1. I'll install this down here, paying only a wood. But then you haven't got a money to do the button things. No, don't do that. Yeah, do the theatre. What's the theatre? A 6 and a 4. There's your 6. There's your 4. Well, before we do that, because he might do it, he hasn't chosen to do it yet, let's do exploration. 4 and a 1. We can explore here, and that might mess him up a little bit. So I am gonna... That doesn't use an idea. I'm going to explore here. So we found another building ground. It's worth an extra point. So 2. And yeah, we maybe want to switch to building settlements. The hidden grotto. If you produce on anything that's touching this, well, basically everyone when they produce, it's only me, has to pick one of their things that's touching it, produce and get that resource an extra time. That is worth 3 points with the bonus. And I get 2 points for doing the action. Oh, and I can do another one anywhere. Let's say another one that's miles away from me. Hopefully it's a bad one, because it's worth more points. The Mystic Oak, only worth 1, so 2 to me to reveal. And yeah, you want to have stuff next to that, but I can't right now. Yeah, because he hasn't done exploration yet. He might do it. I think he just hasn't rolled it yet. He gets 4 and 3, so no reset just yet. Yeah, look, here's his exploration. Good chance he's going to do it, actually. No, he's going to put a statue out, which are worth points for the rest of the game. It's not a bad thing to do. Usually, players are limited to how many things they can build in each building ground. He just plonks them all down in that middle one. Doesn't have to worry about that. Okay. So do you want to build the blue thing? It would be free. Well, you've got the stuff to get a hand. If you want to delay putting the cards out. It's just he's going to reset. And we've probably got 2 more turns after that. So we can't explore again until we move. We could move. Or you could, like, procreate and then move. I do want to get the blue out. Let's do it. There's a 6. There's a 4. The theatre costs me cotton. I'll have the discount on the wood. So I go up the purple track now, and that's a new activity I can do. Just go up the purple track without paying. Bot is probably, I think definitely, resetting. There's his 4th red. So, resets. I get this turn and next turn. So, what do we got? Other things. I could do activities again. I could go up the brown, I could go up the purple. It's not this actions thing, but So I haven't got money to just choose to go up the blue again. I think we're just going to have to take the hit. He's going to get way more points on this. But when it comes to Browntown, I mean, I've done loads. I've got no ideas. So we could do activities. We could do planning. Yeah, I didn't get a copy yet. We could do a sale. You could get the copper that way. No, you couldn't. You couldn't even afford it. We could get money to do activities later. I mean, yeah, you could, as your last two actions, get money, get a discount. Oh, yeah, I don't get a discount on blues. I get discounts on browns, don't I? Oh, yeah, I do need to pay the wood. Oh, that's the thing I've got a discount on. Yeah. So I just need to get a hand to do that. I think we will go for... I think towards activities. Is there something... So browns, I get the discounts, but I don't like that one. Is there something in the stacks that I want to build? Meteorology just wants me to have an intelligence. Perfume's not too bad. I've got the oil. You'd get the perfume is another one that's points at the end of the game for things in the purple column. We haven't found herbs yet, but I think that's something good to get. But I don't have to get it now, do I? I can go through that pile at any time. I think planning for sixes. We do want sixes for a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I think that's a good shout. Let's go for planning for sixes. So I'll put 2 markers on there. He gets a turn, his last turn of the round, and he is going to grab a feature. So pop that there. And I have one last action, so I can either procreate. I'm going to reset. Would be nice, but I've got no food. The resetting will give me a food. So I'm going to have a food. I'm going to keep those where they are. Just reroll these. And then we can start next era. All fresh, wide-eyed, but full of beans. Yeah. I think so. So, the site phase. Not affected by any of it. We're not next to anything yet. Feeding phase. I have 2 food. I have 2 people. They can stay standing and they're all good. He puts a thing out. So where does he need one? Either in this forest or this forest. So which forest's it going to be? On a 3, it's the forest with 2 bonfires. That one's got 3. That one's got 2. Unfortunately for us, he went for the right one. So he can feed everybody except this guy, because he's got nothing in this terrain. So he's got 1, 2, 3 strong guys. Actually, he's still alive, so he'll score at the end if he's still about, but he's still lying down and doesn't score at the end of every round. The event, the weather goes down to, it is rainy, so we can do grab a card or go up the purple track. I'm going to go up the purple track. I am going to upgrade achievement, get a discount on purple cards. Then we will grab this purple card and we can just play it for that, and it's 2 up the green track just for doing it. Yeah, I like that as an idea. What did you do that for? Oh, yeah, for this. Yeah, because that's on the purple track. Good idea. Then, or we could just do 2 purple cards if you can pay for it all. Then the event, I haven't built any farms or boats, unfortunately, so yeah, maybe not planned well on that. On this track, I have 1 movement, which is 4 points. He has 6, which is 24. Okay, he's got a bit of a lead now. And he scored the most, so he's going to stay start player. Gain income from income chips. So can we roll a 4 or less? Yes. Only 1. Got the brown track, get 3 points. And get a new goal. Well, we've got an oil to spend, if you want to do that. If you want to get this card, though, that'll be 2 up the feature track. Yeah. You want to spend the oil on doing that as well. But you can get an oil from your extra find oil. So each of these is, they're 2 points each. These will be 3 points each, 4 points, 7 points, 10 points if we can activate these. Okay, I'll have that. I think that's both my income chips. Points from have 2 buildings. No, I haven't even. I've done one. He's got 3 statues at 2 points each, so that's going to be 6 points. Remove the hunting tokens. Equip the reset columns with new markers, and we move on to Era 3. New cards in each of the decks. So let me point you over there to have a look at these things. Strengthen all you guys, complete extra things. What have I got discounts on? Brown or purple? If something comes out that we can kind of afford or has a really nice ability, you might want to pivot. Building, there's the lighthouse, achievement. Whenever you perform a hunt in a territory adjacent to water, your yield is determined by the water column, which is better than any of the columns. And it'd let you achieve or get a new goal when you play that card. I like the one at the bottom still, I think, the most. And new event. Leap in evolution. So it's going to be cold. We either lose a food or a person. Or I could move down this track to avoid losing a person. The civilization with the highest total of materials may take up to 3 of them and put them in as features. That's quite nice. His value on this is going to be his bottom 3 rows combined. So at the moment, he's got 2 materials towards that. Could get more. New goals. Does he want a goal? 6? No, he doesn't. Do I want a goal? I mean, 3 prestige. We're going to get 2. It's potentially doable, isn't it? Refill the goals. I'd like him to have taken a gold so I can see more things. 2 people next to a Mystic Oak. I think there's another Mystic Oak to reveal. We found one that's miles away. Then your extra find. I'm going to go for oil because of that goal. Action phase. He's first. So let's head on over to the bot and see what he's up to. Now in Era 3. Flip this to remind myself. I need to remember we're playing on medium. So I'm going to do the red bits now. So it's basically the same thing, but he's going to get more points. Sometimes the actions are different on the cards as well. So 4th Era's scoring category. And that's not good because this helps him towards the thing too. Maybe we'll need to do some transporting. And get 3 points. Over to me. I kind of want to produce then, don't I? I want to do activities to get that card. And I could go up the purple track for doing it. So that would be activities. Production. We do have 3 things to transport if you just wanted to transport. Yeah, I'm going to transport. Or do you want to move? I'm going to transport these 3 things. So I've got a papyrus and 2 wood now, please. Because I'm right next to 2 building grounds. I could build a settlement, which gives you prosperity for later in the game, but also gives you an income chip. And that can fill in rows and stuff. Bot. Oh, I should have been shuffling his deck. Ooh. So yeah, planning things out. I could pop an income chip there to fill in that gap. Or put it in here. That is the column I want to make worth 1,000,000 points. I do want to hang on to resources though, don't I, to have the most for this. Okay, what's he up to? He's on 3 and 3 dots, and he gets a 4, which is going to be move. He hasn't got 2 people, so he gets a free person. Where is he getting that free person? It's going to be in hills. He's not on hills. Desert. He is on desert. But in desert, he can't go to a new place. So where is he going to migrate to? It's got to be the forest or the grasslands. I think the way that would go. 5, hills, desert, forest. Which makes sense. I think he'd get 2 points for making that person as well. And then they're over there, they can migrate next time. It's a bit of a, not a waste, he got a person for free. Can't complain about it not working out all the time when he gets to just make people. Oh, I can make people too. So then, I want hand. I want to have cards and then play cards. Activity. Grab a card. It can be any of the ones in the display. I'm going to go for perfume. Other one. I haven't got money, so we'll go for go up the purple track. Bot hasn't got 4 blues, so... Oh, wait a minute. I was doing the wrong thing there. He should move and then get another person on the red side. Yeah, you remembered other than that. So from last time, he needs to get another person anywhere there's an available space. I'm defaulting back to the blue bit. He's not in the swamps. He's not in the mountains. Grassland. Gets another person there, gets a point. That's the thing I missed last time. This time, next era's scoring category. Gets a thing there. ×2. And he's going to get rid of one of these income chips. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one. Just to freshen up that display a little bit. So players aren't necessarily going to get them all the time. And get a goal. Already got that. So that's that. Then I want to play that perfume, don't I? I've got an oil to do it. That's going to be a 6 and a 5. And I'm going to play this to go up the green track twice, so I can upgrade a green thing. Pop it up there with its discount. And so at the moment, I've got 6 points for these. 10 points. If I can upgrade this, it's going to be another 7 points. That could work out well if I could get more like affordable things. Let's have 2 composure. Don't know about that. Upgrade a green thing. Research. I mean, activity. We could do the same thing twice. Maybe sustenance. I mean, do more and more things at discounts would be nice as well. But you're 2 things away from that. Yeah, could do the same activity twice if you want. Boom. Back to the bot. If he gets a blue, it's over. There we go. He is resetting and not doing that card. For me, so we could do sustenance. We have got the 6. It's just I haven't got the stuff for this yet. I could reset. I've got 3 dice. We could research and get a card, but I'm not massively fond of that. We can like go through the decks. You can either have one of the top cards, or you can draw 2 cards from any of the decks and choose one of them. And as you upgrade it, you'll get more and get to keep more. We could explore, but no, I can't where I am. We need to move out first. With a 1 and a 6, we could get both of the incomes. I don't really want a new goal, though. I want to achieve a goal first, and I haven't got a way of doing that. Sustenance would let us hunt and not worry about stuff as much. But I think I'm going to reset. Early reset. So I get an idea, and I'm going to have another one. Bot is going to, remember the red bit? It's put a statue out and hunt. We know he likes to hunt in that forest where we both are. Statue is going to be another 2 points at the end of both of the eras. And so now... Oh, I want to build, don't I? You could have built. I had the 4 last time. Yeah. Retcon. Say I built last time. I forgot that plan. I want to build a settlement. Oh, by the way, there's a little production error. These aren't the settlements. These are just dudes laying down. There was a error at the factory, and there's no settlements in the English copies that were gotten at Essen. It's probably going to be sorted by the time you see this. Don't worry about it. They're on it. So I could get a goal. Complete a goal as income. Or get money. complete a goal kind of relies on me having gold to do. I don't want to get more. That just means you need to be on it, doesn't it? It means you need to do it. Yeah. I'm going to grab this. So I'm doing this from last time as if I did settlement last time. So roll. If I roll 4 or less, I can complete a goal, which I can. I'm going to do oil because it's the only one I can do. Having resources isn't working out too well, is it? Let's keep spending them. And I've filled this in so I can flip either of these. It makes everything in this row worth 7 points from nothing, or everything in this row worth 10 points from nothing. I'm going to go for this one because I've already got 2 things in it. Maybe I'll get some more. And then this time, when I did the reset, because I've switched it around, I would then get this die back. So get an extra thing, essentially. I forgot that I wanted to build a settlement. I want to do another one as well, but I'm going to need some more resources that I'm probably not going to be able to get because I'm not procreating and spreading out and getting different resources. He's going up the knowledge track. Oh no. Twice. Remember the red side. And getting a pink die. He basically takes these to take them off me. If they're all gone, you take them from the person with the most, and the person with the most can't take them off other people. So with all of this stuff, maybe you want to produce to try and do that. That's a load of mutations for free. Five and a 3. To produce 3 things. Do 2 papyrus and a wood. And I'll bring back the papyrus. Doesn't sound very good from that perspective, does it? He's only got 3 blue, so he's doing whatever this is. 5 means 2 up the brown track. And 1 white die. Oh, stop gaining dice. Any more he gains, he's going to nick off me. Because I've got the kind of deciding one answer. I'm going to migrate. 3 and a 1. When you migrate, you can move to an adjacent area. It's a bit dangerous because I do like having wood. I'm going to move here, and let's see what it produces over here. So I get 2 points for being in this spot, and I get 1 of, this is what I want, iron to do this. I could have the discount on the dexterity if I wanted. You get 1 for discovering it. And if I want, I can do a test to move again. I mean, we want stone to do another settlement. I think I'm going to move him again. I achieve it. I'm going to go over here for another 2 points. And let's discover a jade. And we get a jade as well. More stuff to bring back in transport as well. Build a ship. That would have been a good idea as well. Building a ship gives you like a free thing as well. He is resetting. Then I want to transport, but I've got no ideas now. So 4 and a 2, we could do some sustenance. We could do some exploration. We could do some exploration now, couldn't we? Yeah, 4 and a 1. Let's explorate. So I reveal another building ground. That's 2 points. None of the bad things anywhere near me. The Holy Rock. 1, 2, 3 points for the Holy Rock. You have to move a different meeple to develop 2 territories. Do you? Oh yeah, because it's only the one you end up on, isn't it? Yeah. Forget that Jade's there. Yeah, you only develop the last one that you went to, don't you? So let's move this dude somewhere new. So we make the thing. It's copper. I think I like that. No, I don't think we need copper anymore. I think we did once upon a time. We'll take that back, because I forgot. If you move the same person multiple times, you only reveal where they ended up. We don't know which of the mountain things that is. Okay. What's happening? Are you exploring? So have I had the points from the Holy Rock? I think so. 2 points for the action itself, and then reveal 1 that's nowhere near anyone. How about He can reveal this one and I can't. So I'm going to spite him. Explore this one. It's the Grim Wolves. So if you're in any of these adjacent places, you need to lose a food. We're going to be losing a food for this. Maybe I should have done some sustenance stuff. You do get 5 plus 1 for me points for revealing that. Not too shabby. But this era's scoring category twice. Oh, he's catching right up on this. That's not fair. And 3 points. That's the red side for you. Okay. So then... if you explore the desert... oh yeah, if I explore the desert, then I could do that one. Because I was in the mountains originally, wasn't I? Another holy rock. Procreation could go crazy here. What have I got? A 1 and a 2. We could get cards, but I'm going to reset. I'll leave that 2 and the 1. Do you want any of these? I mean, later, maybe. Hygiene may be later, but that will be with the activity. Because I'm going to get to put 3... if I have the most materials at the end of the round, I'm going to get to put 3 of them on any features. I could just get them on this hygiene, then that gets me them. Opens up more options to these other cards, potentially. Maybe. 5, 6s. I think I want transport more than anything. Don't have to try and win this. Because he's at the moment got 4 towards it. I would have 5 if I transport 3. It's not a huge lead, is it? So I rested. What's he doing? This era's scoring category times 2. Oh, come on. Oh, is that such a lead? Then, I want to transport, don't I? Get 3 things, and so let's have that iron ore. I want a stone. Let's have a copper because it's valuable. Stone is a building cost of the next settlement. Or the next cheapest settlement. And... let's go wood. Wood's a cost for this. I'll be spending it whenever I put that card out. Transported. Bot is rolling a die and getting 2 up brown. That's not fair. 1, 2, 3. And getting rid of the top brown card. BS. Oh yeah, an idea is a reset. And then do I want food? I mean, procreating, we could make so many people right now. And if I want to do that just yet. But with 1 action, you could potentially get like 3 people without even upgrading this procreation because of these 2 holy rocks. I'm not necessarily going to get to do sustenance. I could. I'm in crap places for sustenance as well. I'm going to have food. Right. What have we got? 2 and a 3, you could do the activities twice. And that's going up... oh, no, income's going up brown. 6 and a 1 you could do. You could have that income twice. Get up brown more. To be in the lead on this track. If I produce, that's another material in my bank. He could reset. I don't know if he will. We could migrate. And maybe find the stone. Procreating is dangerous if we aren't going to get the sustenance, so I won't do that this round. You've got the materials for the plow, but I don't want to spend them until next event because of that. We will... I mean, you could always procreate and then build a farm. But you'd have 2 people in the wilderness. It probably wouldn't be a great idea. Six and a 1. 2 incomes. So can I get a 1 to 4 on this? Yes. Go up here. Doesn't say it has to be different ones. Could complete a goal, but I can't. I've got a copper now. I could do that. And that'd let me upgrade something. You could produce 4 things and bring back 2. That could be something good. You haven't got the ideas to do a 5, though. That might have been an oversight. Right, well, babies, it's not the time, Uncle George. For getting more goods, that'd be alright. You will get to complete one at the end of the round, though. I'm doing this again, if it wasn't clear. Go up there. I can either flip this to make anything in this row worth 10. I don't know if that'll happen. Or I can have 3 points. I mean, you're only going to get 1 more purple, and that's 10 points. Go for it. Right. Done. Bot is not resetting just yet. Turn's going to be... reveal. I think I've ruined this for him. He goes up this track. Oh, he can... no, he can't reveal that. That's not where he is. Oh, he's up here. He can still reveal this one. Which is a building ground for 1 point. So yeah, I've got in his way there. He's not in any places where he can reveal loads in one go. He would try and reveal the most, as you might imagine. Okay, he'll probably reset next time. Which means I would have this turn and next... no, I'd have 2 more turns after this. So... do I want to do... the 3 and a 2 I could do activities. Go up purple, get a card. And yeah, that purple card, and keep going up this. So if he resets, I could reset, and then in the last turn, I could produce. And I'd get 1 more thing in. Yeah, 3 and a 2. We'll do activity. I don't have any money, so the activities are going to be... let's grab this purple card, which I get a discount on anyway, so I don't even need all those things out. I've got the vision. Can't I? I just ignore a thing, don't I? I just ignore a tier, so I could just put that out. Ignore one of its spaces, so I don't even need the attributes to put that out. I can just ignore that one. I've got the vision. That's cool. Okay, I did that. Oh, that's get 1 thing. What about the other one? Do you want to go up purple? Yeah, I'll go up purple. And then... you could do the goal now. And that would upgrade production. Kind of give you a better chance of being in the front for this. It doesn't rely on me being in front there, but it would be nice to be. Or you could have another card. I haven't got the money to spend for that. Let's... I mean, purple's 2 points each. I'm going to go up purple. Did you just go up purple? I think I've just done it. I just did it, and then I had... I was deciding an income one time. That's what I was doing. So you could go up brown again, or you could just go up this track, and then you succeed on 5s. See if we can go up brown. Are you having an income? Yeah. You haven't really got food. I don't know if that's wise. Yeah, you can go up brown. Okay, bot is gonna... oh no, he's only got 3 reds. He's not resetting. He does the final scoring categories, which is these fellas, and 3 points. He'll reset next time, surely. I was going to reset. Do I want a research card? Do I want to sleep first? Or do I just want to reset now? If I reset now, I'll only have 1 more turn. If I do this, I'll get 2 more turns, but he'll get an extra action, won't he? I have got an idea, so we could... nah, I don't know about migrating. I could do mutation. No. Let's research. And I'm going to draw 2 purples, and we get to keep one. Because I could play 2 purples. If I had those requirements, I'd get them. So, stage play. Make purples in a column worth even more. And I've just got to have a cotton and 2 expressiveness to do it. And if I'm playing them separately, I could ignore one of them. Have papyrus I've got, and I could ignore this requirement to get poetry out. Making everything in a column worth even more points. It's just so tempting. Getting to 3 on green would be nice. Oh, they're both really good. And this is going to be easier to do. I only need the papyrus, which I have. I'm going to keep that. The other one goes at the bottom of the deck, unfortunately. So, he's going to go and do the last reset. I'm going to do a reset as well. Which means we've each got 1 more turn. I'm going to have you as a food. And then I get an idea anyway. Well, that was a 6. Not a ton of variety. Actually, I'm only missing 5s. Can't complain about that. Then we're gonna... Oh, he is gonna... 5... Go up green twice, ouch, and get a white die, which means he nicks 1 off me. I don't like this bit. I've got a lot of 2s, so you can have that one. Does mean if I do this in the future, I can have... I would just get a white off him, because I would still have the most pinks. So I can't take a pink off anybody while I've got the most. And my last action, it was going to be... Actually, I know how many he's got. I've got 5 things. He's got 4. So I've won the objective. I don't need to worry and do production for no reason. Why don't we? We can't do exploration. You could just do activity again. Even more cards. Like this oligarchy you would have the stuff for. It's tempting to just keep going up purple, isn't it? And just like keep racing up points for this. You could play poetry, but then you'd lose a resource. Don't do that. You want to have the most resources. Do you want to migrate? Just to discover something new? I kind of want to stay in this holy rock. For future procreation. We could get food. Let's sustenance. We can't... but we're hunting in crap places. The mountains, you might get 2 food, you might get 1 in the desert. The only reason I want to do it is because I know I'm going to lose a food here. If I can't lose a food, I'll lose a dude. So you just don't pay for a dude then, maybe. Or 6 and 4, I'm going to build a farm here. So I don't have to pay for that, dude. I'm doing it. Okay, onto the sites. Not affected by any of them. Feeding. I don't have to feed him. I'll pay 1 for him. His feeding, I don't think he's branched out much. So has he got a thing everywhere? He doesn't have one here, so he puts 1 in. So, he can feed everybody. Oh, he can only feed 1 person here, so he lies down. Feed him. He can only feed 1 person here. His priority is 6 to 9. Fire encampment with a strong tribe. Any encampment with a strong tribe. So strong is priority. So he feeds this guy dies. Which is only going to matter for endgame scoring, I suppose, because I don't think he stands people back up. So he's got 1, 2, 3 standing. I've got 2 standing. I don't think I had the points. Events. This goes down. Pay a food or lose a dude. I'll pay the food, thank you. Highest total of materials. He's got 4. I've got 5 materials. So you can take 3 of them. I don't need copper. I can get more iron ore. I'm on there, aren't I? So I might need the wood. I'm not over on wood. Yeah. I'll pay these 3, and I can have them on anything. So I want... Mind you, leave it on iron ore. Have the papyrus. Oh, one of your gold... Oh, one of my golds is copper. Leave it on copper. Spend the papyrus. You could have papyrus as free. And you could just put all of this on expressiveness right now. Are any of these 3? Whenever you roll your fate dice, you can re-roll them once. I could have stubborn civilization if I just put them all on composure. But then I haven't got 3 for this. But I can skip that requirement, can't I? Ugh, it's tough. Copper. Copper I can get again. We're on copper. I'm not doing a gold just yet. Keep papyrus. Spend copper. Put all 3. Do you put them all on composure? Like, it's another 4 points and another ability that's nice. But fate dice are quite nice to me. I'm putting all 3 on composure. And on my turn I can decide that in a minute. Right, I'm doing a goal. Oh yeah, I got that, didn't I? Oh, true. You're right. Spend the papyrus. Whack it all on composure. That's the event. Then scoring. I have got 11 times 3, 33 points for this. He has got 9 times 3, 27. So 112. Caught up a bit there. I got the most. I am the first player. Income from income chips. Complete a goal. If you succeed here... Yeah, I can't do that till it's my turn. It would be nice to have it now, because this is a bit risky. I've got 2 ideas, though. There we go. 113. You've definitely done it. So, spend a copper to complete that goal. I've lost a chip. And we can upgrade anything. What have I half upgraded that I want to upgrade more of? I don't know. Production, maybe. Not massively jazzed about upgrading any of them from nothing. Well, you got to be doing something. You could be doing like 2 buildings of the same type in one go. Whoopee. You could be doing statues. Up production. Boom. Right. That's the goal done. Can we go up the brown track? Yes. 3 points for going past that barrier. Everyone gets a 100-point chip. You get one. You get one. And then get a new goal. Oh, 2 composure. I've done that. Boom. New goal comes out. That's the income. Statues is going to be 8 points for him. Haven't built one yet. You think if you're going up this track, it'd be an idea to get one. We know where salt can be obtained. New round. Final era. Reveal new cards. And let's go to the cards so you can have a look at them. You can get a discount on browns. Haven't got that. Not far off, though. Get 2 buildings. That's a bit tough. That's quite nice. Irrigation. Whenever producing forest or grassland, produce twice that much instead. Yeah, I'm going to get loads from the console, and he gets none from the console. But he will get points in this era from doing all of these red cards. Right, event is going to be Weather's bad again, so we're going to lose a person as the event. No option to do food, but the marker stays on cold. Each civilization gains 2 points for each of its own forest and mountain territories and produces once each there. New goals. I'm first. Stamina I didn't go for. Out of everything, I kind of want to have something. Oh, I'm going to get 2 stamina from this. Boom. Does he want 1? Yes. Thank you. You haven't been refreshing the display much. For the bot, dexterity, and 3 on construction. Not done good at that. Right. That's that. Extra find. So I am in mountains or deserts. Oh yeah, I can sacrifice people at the end. Mountains or desert. I don't care. I could get stone to maybe do a settlement, but no, I'm not on grassland till we can get the papyrus. Iron ore, just because it's one of the things for this, and then I've got the wood. I could maybe put that in without having to go somewhere. Iron ore is what I'll have. Or if you took jade and then produced iron ore later, that'd be 2 prosperity for the end. I'm just going iron ore. Actions. Right. I want cards installing, please. Unfortunately, I haven't got any 5s. You could... I can't prepare some... Okay, do I want this? I could get it later. I mean, I could spend an idea to have 2 3s to get the 4 and then the 3. Boom, that's an idea. Make them into 3s. I'll have a composure, please, for a pair of 3s. And then I will gain... Can I gain 2? Yeah. At any time during one's own turn. I don't know if I'll do this, but it's going to be worth like 11 points putting these in. Whenever you install an income chip, get a card. That costs 1 of these things. And it gets restocked too. It could get restocked with something nice. I think there's like 12 of these. Smart civilization. For having 3 brains. No, I haven't got them. For your civilization, stage 3 has the costs of stage 2, and stage 4 has the cost of stage 3. That's quite nice. I think we'll have the level 3 one as well. Whenever I roll fate dice, I can re-roll them once. That costs me an extra composure. And that's an alright start, I think. Let's move on to the bot's action. And what's he up to? Dice time. Going up tracks loads. Get loads of points from the tracks, but again, he doesn't get any points for this stuff. With a 2, he's going up the purple and getting 3 points. Then, 1s, 2s, and 6s. I could... I've got the wood, I've got the iron ore. I could get the discount on dexterity and put this out. I like that idea. 6 and a 1. Wood, iron ore. I have no resources. Get the discount on the dexterity, because I get discount on browns for upgrading that all the way. They are little dice. They're alright though. Oh, what was the immediate thing? Oh, you should be getting a point for spending the iron ore as well. And the immediate thing is do 2 activities. Okay, the activities are going to be... Go up purple is good for the end. You could do it twice. You've got no money. So you're either going up purple or getting any cards from the display, which I'm not head over heels about any of these. I'm going to go up purple twice. 1, 2. I can upgrade any purple thing. I'm going to upgrade... I'm not really fussed about upgrading any of the purple things either, to be honest. In procreation, we could just do at the end, but then you're going to want to be able to feed them. But just having them is going to be worth 2 points each. Selling, wheeling, and dealing is only really going to be good if I like actually have something to do with that. You transport? We haven't got anything to transport right now. Procreation, in case you decide to do it. Okay, I think that was an action. I'll put a card out. Oh, we should be seeing as well. in case it matters. Have 3 stamina. Curious Civilization. You can always peek in secret at any of the face-down sites and material tiles adjacent to your territories. But that's 4 and 4. It is resetting. I have a 2 left, which means I need to reset as well. And all of these columns should actually have markers back in them. Move this. Re-roll the dice. I'll leave that 2 where it is. We want 6s. I can't remember what other numbers I want. I want 6 and 5, don't I, to do this? I'm probably going to have to go for the discount. I don't need the discount on that, but I need the discount on this. I actually don't have a papyrus anymore, even. That's a problem. Okay. So I reset, he reset. He is going for this era's scoring category twice and get 3 points, which is get 2 things. Prosperity. I have a lot of options, but so I can't even build. I can build that, no problem. I can't even build that with the discount. So you need to go and get yourself. Maybe you need to produce, but that's using your 5s up. Oh dear, that's not worked out very well, has it? Maybe you shouldn't have spent that papyrus. We could do a goal. Make something more attractive to do. I've got 2 composure. I'm going to get 2 stamina when I do that. Let's do a goal. 3 and a 4. Have 2 composure. We're not far off having 3 prestige. If I get some goods, then wheel and deal them. Maybe this will all work out. Upgrade summit. Like, all these goals are worth a load of points as well. There's one that's like every time you get a goal, get a focus. That would be really cool as well. Oh yeah, I haven't had my idea. And I think I'll have another idea from when I reset. Upgrade. It's upgrading anything. Yeah, if you wanted to do more sales, maybe. I don't know. So maybe we could get one of these cards and, like... No, we wouldn't have the costs of them. But this era's scoring category twice. He's getting 2 more prosperity. That's going to reward him here and at the end of the game. So, like, having a load of goods or food or money would be really good for this prosperity. I'm going to lose out big on that. But hopefully, I'm making up for it with all this stuff I'm putting down in the console. He's getting an income chiff. Well, just clearing 1 out. 3 is going to be this one. Good, I was never going to take that. One that comes out is... Complete a goal. Not again. For me. So we can produce... We'll produce copper, which will be alright to be sold. 3 and a 5. Produce 4 things, and you can bring 2 of them back right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just bring the copper right back. Yeah. But, roll the dice for him. He is going up the brown, which is 3 points and another 3. Hey Jester, how's it going? Oh, don't worry about it. So what's happened so far is... I could just put the purple out, but it feels a bit of a waste. But are you going to get 2 purples? Idea. 1 and a 2. Should have upgraded this. Let's look at 2 purples, and hopefully one's going to be achievable with just stuff. Wax. No, we don't know how to... Oh, we can go over to maybe get some wax, or we could buy it for kind of cheap. Dexterity we don't have. Brains we don't have. Oh, that was foolish. With the discounts we could do it, but then you got to do the action over and over and over again. Should have just spent the idea to go do the action. Make your statues worth more points. Nah, shouldn't have done that. Then, each of the 3 end scoring categories. I was hoping I'd just get another one that had requirements like that. Oh no, you're not an endgame 1, you're an endgame 1. And then 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then... yeah, but everything in the row is worth points as well, and they'll do stuff. I need to reset. So I want to leave that 6 there for sure. I like 6s. I would like 5s. I have not rolled any 5s. You were a 6. We've got 4s though. That's close. But I want purchase and I want to do this. Oh, it's a pain. Right. He probably not going to reset. No, he is going to reset. Get an idea as well. And we'll have a food, I think. This is annoying. Tick a 6 down. 5 and a 4. I'm going to do 2 sales. And 2 purchases. I'm going to sell both of these for 3 each. I'm basically going to buy 2 things that are available. I'm going to buy papyrus. And... I have to buy the other thing. Could just have the money, which is prosperity for this at the end, which you haven't got a lot of. We haven't discovered stone, so that's too expensive. Yeah, hit the like button, please. Yeah, two sales for money and just 1 purchase then. Am I going to do anything with that one? Probably not. It's miles off. It was a waste of time getting. But next era scoring category. In the 4th era, he just gets 7 points instead. I want to bump this 4 up to a 5. For a 6 and a 5, I'm going to play some purple cards. The one with the discount, I think I want the most. So this is just going to cost me a papyrus. So 1 on green. Now I could do that ability. And 2 on purple is another endgame 1. And 3 points up there. Just don't know if we'll get to play the other one. We'll see. He's not going to reset for a while, but I'm going to. 5 is move a person, then get a person. So moving a person, there's nowhere he's got 2 people, so he's going to have to gain 1 first. He's going to gain 1 in desert. Well, that's a bit rubbish. And then he's migrating 2. He's done that twice now, hasn't he? Migrating 2 grass. Oh, no, tell a lie. He's already got people here. So, that grassland roll, no, that desert roll, he wants to go to desert where he isn't already. So he would have moved there with his migrate. No need to think about that. Then he gets a new person. So eligible places anywhere there's a enclosure spare. Starting with swamp, he's not in the swamps. Mountain, grassland. So he's going to get a point for that. There's his migrate and then get a person. And then get a feeding thing. Is there anywhere he hasn't got one? Yes, this new desert. There you go. So if I reset, I can put this out and then that's the last thing. If I don't reset, I could do activities, because he's not going to reset, it's just he'll get to do stuff. In doing activities, I could get 2 purples, like track movements. Which is endgame scoring as well. Or do I just go for ending it? I'm going to reset. So I get 1 more turn. And I'm going to get an idea. And then I'll get a food. 1 to 5, but I've got ideas if I don't get one. I got 1. Oh, and a 6. I need a 6 as well. Yeah, it didn't benefit from me play 2 purples like I thought I was gonna. But hey, I left it a bit late. He is putting a statue out and hunting. I don't know if that's from last round. That might be from last round. Oh, thanks, James. Have a lovely evening. Or sleep. Somewhere where we both are. He hunts there. I'm not hunting anyway, mate. My last turn, 6 and a 5 to put this hygiene out. And it's going to get me 2 of this, which is like another point each at the end as well. Maybe we could have procreated. Would that be better? That's been worth 3 5 points. Procreating 4 times, even if you don't feed them. That would be worth 8 points. Procreating is probably better. Hey, Willem, how's it going? It'd be worth 3, 4, 5. Yeah, instead of doing that, I think I still needed to reset to be able to do it. I'm going to procreate 5 and a 2 here. So first of all, the Holy Rocks. Holy Rock 1. Can I procreate here? No. So we'll use a Fate. Make that a 4. Yes. You may procreate an extra time. You can bring him in weak to knock him out here. I think it's kind of a wash on points. I'm going to do it out of spite. But then they're going to be in the wilderness, so they're not going to get fed. That'll be okay, won't it? Yeah, just pop them all in the wilderness. Other Holy Rock. Oh no, he's fed, isn't he, if he goes in an enclosure? That's fine. Yes, Other Holy Rock works. So you have to go there in the wilderness. Then, my actual procreation will do 1 here. And then we can do 1 more if I succeed at a roll for the action, which I do. Even if they're weakened, they're going to be worth some points. So yeah, that's my last action. He gets 1 last action. 2, he gets a person. Oh, come on, don't make me work all this out. The space is in loads of places. 1, forest. He's in 2 forests. Which one? The one with 1 bonfire. That's 3. That's 1. Here we go. Gets a point for going in there. And gets 3 points. Okay, sights. I don't think any sights are affecting us. Feeding phase. I will feed the lying down one. Oh no, he's fed, isn't he? Because they'll die if you don't feed them. They're fed because they're at the farm. We will just feed... Like, you're 2 each. So you can lie down. We'll feed you 2. So you lie down. You lie down. I have 3 strong. 1, 2, 3. You're fed, you're fed. You're dead. You just played a 2-player game of setting. I'm looking forward to playing it multiplayer. I've only played it solo so far. It's 2-player-ish, but it's not, is it? You're weakened because he can't feed you. You're okay. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 stood up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then... Event. It's getting colder. I will use the favour of Stefan Feld to not have a person die. And then 2 points for each forest and mountain. I've got a mountain for 2 points. Didn't make much of that. But I've been busy. And I can also produce there. I don't think that ever matters. Is there a card that matters when you've got stuff just left on the board? Maybe you'll have things to bring it off. I don't know. Score the scoring category. He's got loads of prosperity. I've got 3 prosperity, which is rubbish. Hopefully we're going to make it back, though, on the console. He's got loads. He has got 4, 8, 10 prosperity for 20 points here, and then another 10 points later. So he's got quite a lead before we go into the final scoring. He would be the start player if we continued. Chips. I am at 3 prestige, so I can score that, which lets me upgrade something, but I don't think it matters. If I succeed at the favour, which I've just made worse, so this could come back to bite me, but it's only 1 point for going up this track, and I've succeeded anyway. I'm overflowing in that brown track, so I get 2 points. I've done you. Get a goal. I don't think that matters. I won't do it. I can have a point instead. That's why it matters. I could have had a point rather than risk that. I think it's still worth the risk. I could re-roll, couldn't I, actually? Then, that's my income chip. Statues, he's got loads. 5 statues for 2 points a pop is another 10 points. We don't do the hunting tokens and stuff because we go to the final scoring. The tech tracks. I get 12 points, he gets 10. He's going to get loads on these as well. He gets 16 to my 6. I think I went a bit off course. He gets 10 to my 4. There's going to be a load of points coming from this, though. Just will it be enough? He gets 6 to my 1. I've been kind of doing loads of this, haven't I? And I get 16 to his 14. Then, hey Monica, how's it going? A point for each feature. It's just 4 for me. Now these are different every game as well, what the values of these. He's got 5. Then, prosperity. I again have got 3. He's got 10. Nearly lapping me. People. Don't have to be strong. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got loads though as well. So he has got 14. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a settlement. Which is 12. That's summer. It looks like I'm in the lead. Different territories. This is where I'm going to fall down. I'm in 2 different territories for 4 points. He is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 12. He's never quite lapped me. Then we can zoom in on the player board. And so you get points for this stuff. Maybe I should have got some points for my rating. I don't think I ever walked through developed territory, though, to be honest. So 2 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at the bottom here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 in stage 2. We've at least made 200. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 over here. Is that right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah. Next one, 7, 14, 21, 28. And at the top, 10. It's going to be a close one, but I might just have it. Did I miss one in stage 2? I'll take your word for it because I can't go back and check, can I? But I trust you more. I think this has done it. 3 points at the end of the game for everything in this column. There are 3 things. So that is going to be 9 points. 283 to 278, which is my... I got my highest score really today of I think 260? In like, 6 games or whatever it's been. But yeah, this is definitely my new highest. 283. But yeah, if you can do good at goals, like I could have started the goals higher up as well. And like gotten them up here, although you see there's a cut-off where they're not going to be worth anything. But if you could have got more and more, and as I said, there's a goal chip in here, an attribute one. I can't remember what, I think it's for eyes. Yeah, the vision one. So if this had come out first and you can get to 4 vision, whenever you install a goal chip, get 2 focus. I thought it was 1, I'm misremembering. So like if you can somehow get that, it's going to be a bit of a struggle getting that early on. But then if you go goal heavy, you're going to be getting focus, remember, it is a wild die, basically. You can use it as any die. It's like loads of freedom if you can do that and really go into goals by getting these. But it requires things coming out in the right order and stuff. And luckily, there's a load of things, so it's always going to be different. So there we go. That is Civolution. A great big game of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. There's going to be stuff coming up. Grinneville is coming out tomorrow. A really different kind of city building game where it's not cooperative, it's still competitive, but you will massively rely on the other players building the right things and maybe try and persuade them to do that. So you can make the most points out of your buildings. Hopefully you come out on top. There is going to be loads of stuff next week. Chichen Itza, probably live. What's next? It's either Black Forest or Unconscious Mind. It's my birthday on Tuesday. I don't know what's going to be live and stuff. We'll see. But yeah, oh, the best birthday present you could give is, hey, why not join us on patreon.com/slickerdrips? And it's all great in it. Taskmaster's on, but I might be too late for Taskmaster. I tried to be quick, Rach. I'm sorry. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's so good in it, Paul. Like, that's... I feel like it's going to go on past the kind of discovery stage of all of these new things, but it's like... It's that feeling of a great big expansive thing as well. Like the game's nothing like it, but like the discovery of Feast for Odin, that like, oh, we've got all of these things, and I never got to a point with Feast for Odin where I cared about the cards. The game, so much, love it so much. Cards, I'm not really bothered. Sometimes they might make a minor difference. I don't care. The cards here, I care. They're still tough to get at times, but you can see, like, I actually ended up getting more cards than I usually would because of that activity that lets me get any from a pile. So you could kind of dig through all of these things. Yeah, every one. Even this is my second time playing this set. So I've had to practice so I wouldn't be completely like hopefully I would have been a bit quicker. Still taking me time. But yeah, even with that starting set, I've gone a different way still. Even though it's guiding you at the start, you will still find things springing up in the attribute tiles in your income, in the cards that you get, that change things how you go. And the bot, like, he's good at... It's probably... I haven't played it at 2 yet, but probably good at simulating 2. Like, you won't get to every area of the board, so there'll be certain resources that will be really expensive, or you need to, you know, upgrade your migration so you, like, run off to try and discover everything so your trade is cheaper. Like, you won't be discovering all of this stuff, like, and because he's, like, basing some of his actions based on the things. There's a bit of time spent on his actions when he migrates and gets new people, but sometimes they're quick decisions. They're never, like, massively long, but generally, the other stuff that he does is pretty quick. It's still too early days with Civolution, but I wonder if it might rank, if I might like it even more than Feast for Odin. I don't know. I love Feast for Odin. That's kind of like one of the first big solo-y things that I just like. I was making videos when it came out. It was 2016. So I was early days of the channel, 6 months or so. But yeah, doing a lot more just playing games generally. And that and the Gallerist came quite soon after each other of just, they were permanently, one of them was just on the table. I was just like playing it every night. Which has kind of been Civolution this week. I've had to practice other things, and I played a game of SETI and stuff to refresh myself. Played some last week. And had to do some filming of other things. But other than that, my free time this week has been playing Civolution. And I've had a great time. Like, there's talking and there's explaining the game and stuff in the streams. Honestly, it's down to, even like a few games in, I play a solo game in about 90 minutes. And I'm not a fast player. You can see from this. Like, I'm a bit faster when I'm just being silent playing a game, but yeah, it's for how big and crazy it is, it's hopefully seen that actually it's pretty smooth and well explained and easy. The actual function of it is easy. The space of things you could do can be massive, but yeah, it can zip along. Especially like the bot is pretty, apart from a couple of actions, pretty low maintenance generally. And it's nice for keeping it going with the resets and stuff. But yes, thank you, everybody. I will see you pre-recorded tomorrow. I will see you live at some point next week. Thank you all for your support. This isn't a sponsored stream. I do it thanks to the support of my patrons or people on Ko-fi and stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, because I love doing this, and it's good that I can do it, isn't it? It is hard work doing this board game channel. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's times when there's not as much gameplay going on because of so many video things, but yeah, I'm very excited about things right now. That's the Essen effect in it. Essen's like, it's as much as things like prevented me, kind of just obstacles, but also me not wanting to go for a couple of years. As much as that was in there, now I've been in, like, actually, as exhausting as it is, it's really re-energizing as well. And it helps that it's been a particularly fantastic Essen for games so far as well. But yes, thank you, everybody. I will see you all very soon in some form. Thank you for watching and for your support and all of that stuff. And yeah, bye. Have a good night. Watch Taskmaster. It's not too late. It's not too late for you. Bye.